Hello, fire signs. How are you? Welcome. This is your July 2021 forecast. So it is date and time specific as I'm giving you a forecast for the month to come. It is for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Please note I will be separating them. So I'm going to do a reading for Aries first, then Leo, then Sag. Okay, so you'll know that I'm moving on to the next by switching out the decks, so you can fast forward if you feel the need. I'm going to start each reading with an oracle from Spirit Animal Oracle, just to give us a sense of the tone of the energy coming through. Could be numerology that speaks to you, etc. So that's what I'm doing here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. And for those who are returning, of course, fire signs, hello. I love you and have been very much appreciative of your continued support of the channel. All right, Aries, you're up first. What's coming through for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? This is good for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Every sign. See the big picture. Card 29. 2 and 9 is, wait for it, 11. So for those of you who see 11 all the time or 1111, this is a message. Giraffe spirit, see the big picture. Okay, so think of the Hanged Man when you think of see the big picture. The Hanged Man delays the need for instant gratification and sort of observes from afar and waits for the downloads and enlightenment to show them the way. It is a little bit of a sacrifice, but that's okay. You know, Aries, you're always running headlong into something. So your message is, scope it out first. All right, here we go. Ready, ready. Yeah, you're ready to leap. That's for sure. What's crossing you here is you need to pull back. Exactly what this card is saying. So with the Hermit crossing the Fool, there's more you may need to learn first. Go within. Be sure that you're completely self-aware before you just run headlong willy-nilly. So there's a new and exciting path opening up for you here, Aries, but you're being cautioned to be to be sure you understand your motivations, to be sure that you've done the inner work. We've got Aquarius and Virgo coming through there. Underneath, I like it. The Nine of Wands underneath telling me what's below here is what's in your subconscious realm is you're kind of exhausted. And you're not sure if you can venture forward one more time. And that's where the Virgo energy of the Hermit comes into play, is because that energy is about being very discerning and kind of really narrowing your field of view enough so that you're focused on those parts of your journey that are sticking points. Because you're kind of wiped out here underneath. You haven't given up. That's good news. But before you run headlong into the next leg of your journey, I feel you're being guided here. The Hermit's coming through as a guide. So not just a crossing challenge, but how to avoid a mishap. In the past, Judgment. So I feel as if you on some level in the past, you may have already reached a crossroads. There may have been something where you felt the need for some form of redemption or to offer some measure of forgiveness. Where are you now? This is the goal, the Ace of Cups. I love this. There's love here. This could be new love for some of you, and that may be what the Fool is about, venturing in a new direction to receive the love that you're being gifted. But you definitely, don't give up. Got it. But there's something here about the Judgment card that I feel weighs heavily into the Ace of Cups. Sure. So the Eight of Pentacles looking forward is telling you that there's something more. You need to kind of hone in on a creative solution to a problem likely from the past. So the Judgment card offers us forgiveness, second chances, redemption. It can be answering the call of the past life soulmate. So if this is someone that you believe is the love of your life and that's the direction you're willing to take a risk in, it's telling you there's something more that you need to kind of hone. There's something here you need to put your sustained effort, attention, energy, and resources to make sure that you're not just kind of leaping forward blindly, and allowing the inner work you've done or will do to light the path for you. Really beautiful. I always say beautiful because I like when people learn from their past mistakes. Hello. It makes sense to me when somebody says, well, I'm going to look at the big picture first and I'm going to see what I need to do. Like, where do I need to refine something? And it, to me, is a sign of maturity. So yay, Aries. I feel like there's some growth here. Obviously, the Hermit's present, so there's growth. And yet you haven't lost your innocence or your joie de vivre or your, hey, this feels good, I'm going to go do it energy. So I'm smiling and I'm enamored with you, Aries. We have Aquarius, Virgo, and Scorpio here for those who need to know. All right, so Six of Pentacles, that's an equal give and take. The Eight of Wands, some communication coming in for July, and with the Divine Feminine, either as the Divine Feminine or with a Divine Feminine. Depends on how you're showing up here. You could be either. But I'm feeling as if there's something here where you're kind of going to take a risk and reach out and say, hey, are you ready to do this? Like, are you in that, I'm ready to give as well as I receive. How about you? Is sort of the way it's coming through. So I do see a reaching out. It feels generous to me. It feels gracious. In that Six of Pentacles energy, the communication will be fast. We've got air and wands. We've got that sort of lightning speed, and then Hermit energy comes in to support you and to make it something more wise, to bring wisdom to bear in this connection. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, what may happen here, Aries, in July is you may run up against someone who's a little closed off. This could be you. This could be your divine counterpart. But the reason why I think it's your divine counterpart is because the Judgment card comes out again. So this is about forgiveness and second chances again, almost as if you're offering a fresh start. And you're at, you're not necessarily at the crossroads. They may be at the crossroads. And there's your wisdom. There's that inner like self-awareness and the personal growth that has come from your solitary journey. When this person puts up all kinds of walls and blocks and derails you, the patience and the forgiveness that comes in with the Judgment card, and underneath is the Strength card, to help you understand that this is just one more hurdle and that you can gather your strength, your courage, and your confidence to overcome this particular part of the journey, the challenge of the journey. I feel you're going to meet up with this person. Could be your divine feminine, but if you're the feminine, it's your masculine, who's got all kinds of walls up, very guarded. There's something they don't want to let go of, or that they're not willing to share at that point. So your wisdom of the Hermit is coming through to allow you to offer that forgiveness and second chances and redemption, and on some level knowing that the two of you can overcome this particular part of the challenge. Underneath, not giving up. So I feel as if this is something that's been dogging you for a while, Aries. You may be feeling exhausted and weary. But you're serious about it, or about them, I should say. Wow, okay. So King of Pentacles, King of Cups with the Page of Cups in between. There's love and sincerity here, but I feel what you're after is the commitment. Right? You're after a life partnership. You haven't given up on that, but I feel almost like a word to you of sincerity would go a long way. Because I think with the King of Cups underneath, when the cards are underneath, it's what's roaming around in your psyche. Or for the person I'm reading for or about, it's you, Aries. So this would be your energy of, am I really dealing with somebody who's emotionally available? That's a question. And I almost feel as if you're going to reach out with some kind of, because we have communication, the message that you deliver or that you need to receive has to be sincere, has to be coming from the point of view of, here's how I really feel. And I have nothing to hide. And I care. It's not the Knight, and I'm feeling the Knight kind of creeping in here. It's the Page, but it's a starting point. And I almost feel as if that word from this person that they're invested on an emotional level would go a long way to easing your suffering here. Because I feel with the 9 of Wands, you're kind of on your last rope. You're trying to sort through, is this person a keeper? Are they emotionally available? A simple word, and we already see the communication here, would go a long way to kind of calming you down and keeping you invested. In the past, we have the Judgment card. Ace of Cups. Wow. This is the love of your life. Okay, got it. But the jury's out on whether or not they are invested as you are, or if they, right? Is this a Page or a King? Am I dealing with somebody who's just trying to get their needs met? Or is this a bit of a fire starter? The Page of Wands for you in the past, maybe you weren't sure. So you were giving space and time, allowing for second chances here because you're perceiving this person as the love of your life or the love of a lifetime. And the Page of Wands comes in to either strike that match and start things up, or to tickle their own fancy. And I'm saying that because I see down here, King of Pentacles, King of Cups, we've got stability and emotional availability, and you're exhausted. You're kind of like, I don't even know if this person is available for me on an emotional level, if they have any staying power, King of Pentacles. And then what came up in the past is the Page of Wands, and that just wasn't going to cut it. So the Justice card comes in underneath almost as if to say, yeah, I'm looking at the truth of things. I'm looking at the truth of the situation, and things aren't adding up. So the Ace of Cups becomes your focus going forward. It's definitely got your attention. Moving beyond the game playing, if this is your twin flame. Wow, wow, wow. Aries, hello. Moving beyond the sabotage, I'm not seeing extra energy coming into this part of the reading. Not that it isn't there for you, but what I'm seeing is like this, there's like some posturing that's been going on, possibly some game playing, gaslighting, somebody moving the pieces around on the chessboard so they always come out the winner, and you just kind of trying to sort through that and saying, look, I want to move beyond that. I want to move beyond that to something calmer and more peaceful. I don't need all the game playing and the subterfuge. I want my partner, my divine counterpart. So I feel like that's where you're headed in July is, separating the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. I know that's an ancient metaphor, but getting down to brass tacks. Am I dealing with somebody who's really emotionally available and has some staying power or not? And yet you still feel that this is your person. So they may have walls up. You will persevere. The strength and the 9 of Pentacles shows me that you will. And then we've got the 8 of Pentacles going forward as a sign that there's something you need to refine and work on. Oh. King of Swords, 10 of Wands, 6 of Wands. So there's something that needs reconciliation here. I think that's what you're going to be focused on. So I feel like the two of you kind of maybe went separate ways, and there will be some need to offload all the negative karma. 10 of Wands, 6 of Wands. This is somebody who operates from a set of high standards and ideals. Could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, does not have to be. King of Swords can just be cool and aloof, not exceptionally warm and fuzzy. All the kings have extra swords, all the queens have extra cups, so this is swords on swords. Super steely if they are strategizing, which is the calling card of the King of Swords. So I almost feel as if you're, I know this is going to sound weird, Aries, but I almost feel like you're trying here in the future to kind of beat them at their own game, if that makes sense. I don't say that with any kind of negative connotation. It's just that you have so much of strategizing ability of your own, Aries, that I feel you're going to see that as, okay, if games have been played, 5 of Swords in the past, if I'm kind of wearing thin, I've got to find a creative solution to the problem of my strategist, the person who puts their walls up and doesn't let me see who they really are. I've got to offload this because it's weighing so heavily on me and move toward reconciliation, a win-win, where we meet in the middle and there's an outcome or a resolution that we can both live with. So this is a really powerful month for you here, Aries. If it's speaking to you, the extended is going to be all about your person, how they feel about you, how they see you. I'm going to pull in some messages to you from Spirit of the Universe to give you advice and some additional oracle to set you on a good path for July. So if this is speaking to you, the link's below to the extended. Otherwise, I feel like you got your work cut out for you, but I also can see that you're very capable of pulling off your intended goal. Much love to you, Aries. Okay, great. So I'm going to move on now to Aries. That was Aries, Leo. The reason I'm only doing it this way is because it's easier to just upload one than have to, all the time I waste uploading crap is unbelievable. So it's easier just to do this. And as you see me picking up cards, you know I'm shifting to a new sign, new deck, new sign. Got it? Okay. Leo. I'm excited, Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Let's see what's coming through from animals, Spirit Animal Oracle for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Just so you know, there is an individual link to each extended. So Aries has their own, Leo has their own, Sag has their own. I just want to be sure that's clear if you're brand new. Okay. Leo. Message for Leo. Oh, gorgeous. 7. 1 and 6 is 7. 16. Coyote spirit. Trust in divine detours. So if you are being sent in a new direction, if you've reached the point in the road that you thought you were going to continue forward and it says, oh, detour, trust it. Card number 7, it is, it's 16, but 1 and 6 is 7. It's about your connection to your higher self and the divine. There's wisdom there, there's enlightenment there, but overall you need to trust. So let's see what's coming through for you, Leo, for July 2021. Kind of feel like with the sun has shifted and my light drives me crazy and I'm trying to warm it up, but it doesn't look like it's working. Well, of course, we have some Virgo energy in the 9 of Pentacles. Crossing you there, Leo. Leo, Virgo coming through. I know, a lot of you hate it. You saw me change decks. You know it's a different reading. You know it's a different day. What comes through, comes through. So, Queen of Pentacles underneath. In the past, we have the Moon. Your goal here, wow, some measure of commitment. There could be some spiritual awakening. You're questioning here, Leo, and but it's about your commitment. And then look at that. It's really relative to that earlier card for Aries, but the Hanged Man is about the big picture and the view from above and waiting for the enlightenment before you just kind of trip over your feet and land in someone's lap. You want to think about it first. I'm saying that for a reason, Leo. So what I see here is where you are presently. This is about an energy of someone who's very independent and autonomous and self-empowered. Could be you, could be your divine counterpart. But it is a single person. It represents someone who's single as opposed to maybe a married person. I'm not saying the Queen of Pentacles represents wife, but it is a feminine archetype of life partner. What's crossing you here, Leo, is your own card. So on some level, I feel as if this is supporting this energy coming through in the present. What's crossing us is usually something that presents a challenge or that helps us with the challenge. And here in the Strength card, these two help each other. So I love that. I mean, you can see the symbol, the lemniscate over her head is a symbol of infinity. This is a connection that exists beyond time and space, and you sort of help each other. She tames the beast protects her in return. So if you are here as a single feminine energy, this would be you and your person working together to overcome obstacles and challenges. If you're here as a masculine energy, this would represent your feminine counterpart. And again, the two of you working together to overcome a challenge. Underneath is a Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Lots of earth energy in this reading right here. But I'm feeling as if this represents some measure of somebody who's stable and grounded and shows up for you, has your back. This can be you maybe taking care of yourself here, Leo, in this moment. And in the past, we've got the Moon. All kinds of insecurities being triggered. There could be a veil, something hidden from you that's caused some kind of an issue. And the Hierophant is what's crowning you. What's crowning you is your goal. So it is about commitment. It is about stability. And it is about who you are at your core. But it can be a nod to a spiritual awakening as well. And I'm only saying that because I'm seeing the Hanged Man in the future. And the Hanged Man does wait for enlightenment. So both of these cards are about spiritual awakening and enlightenment and, sort of taking the lay of the land before taking any action. So for July is what we're looking at. Show me the Nine of Pentacles, please. And we do have Taurus and Pisces twice here as well. Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, 9. All right. So I'm almost feeling here, Leo, like there's some air that needs to be cleared. Because this is a single energy. This is very independent, and this is not. This is definitely grounded, family, growing a life partnership. And I feel as if there's something that was off in the mix here and a need to clear the air, but you're worried about it. You're worried about it. So maybe it's something that you kind of can't get off your brain. For some of you, not all of you, this could involve a marriage. This could be a marital situation. Somebody who is maybe leaving a marriage. It might be that, Leo. Could be you, could be your divine counterpart. But we've got the Hierophant, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles here. And I'm seeing a lot of worry and anxiety underneath. Something that isn't allowing you to rest until you make yourself clear. So the Knight of Swords, a sense of urgency to clear up something here. But it involves your sense of stability. So let me check the Strength card, Leo. Oh my God. You're roaring at me is what you're doing. You're like, rawr. Okay, so It's going to take some contemplation, I feel. I'm not feeling healing. I'm feeling contemplation. You're worried about it. You're feeling a sense of urgency. There's something that needs to be cleared up. You're trying to gather up your strength, your courage, and your confidence, you and your divine counterpart. I do feel like there's communication at 5D, and there's a need for contemplation. Almost a planning phase is how it's coming through. This person is, there's love here, Queen of Cups. Can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and I'm seeing the Pisces reference, so I'll just add that. But underneath is a Queen of Cups, and so that is a matter of the heart. There's empathy and compassion here, a lot of love, but I feel as if there's something that requires a great deal of contemplation before you strike out, before you take that step forward to clear the air. I feel like it has to be thought through very carefully, either by you or your divine counterpart. Queen of Pentacles. Unfreaking believable. Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Queen of Pentacles again, and there's the Judgment card. All right. So, best I can say is this is an energy coming through of contentment with the way things are. Taking care of yourself. And just kind of skating. I feel like you're kind of skating. You're on skates here. I feel it's your energy coming. It could be somebody else coming in. If you're married, it's almost as if, or if you're dealing with someone who's married, I feel like there's some complacency, like I'm just skating. I'm not going to make any sudden moves, which is why the Nine of Swords is underneath. And what's crossing you is if you're going to overcome this challenge, you've got to think this thing through. Yeah. And underneath is the Judgment card, which feels almost like there's some energy of holding out hope for forgiveness and second chances, but just kind of skating. You're just kind of going through the motions here, or somebody's going through the motions. We've got heavy earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Scorpio pops in. Let's look at the moon in the past. Oh my goodness. Wow. So I don't think it's coming through as fear. I think it's coming through as something you don't know about. That's something that's hidden from you. New beginnings, happiness, new beginnings, and moving to calmer waters. And I almost feel as if what I'm seeing here is somebody's cutting loose from a committed connection. Could be a marriage, doesn't have to be, could just be a long-term, committed, conventional relationship. Somebody's cutting free from that. And I feel like if it's you, then it's triggering all your insecurities. If it's your person, you don't know about it. But I bet you've been wondering. Somebody cutting loose and going in a whole new direction, finding their happiness beyond all the chaos, right? Moving to calmer waters here, striking out on a fresh new start, new path, new journey, feeling the joy that comes from that sense of liberation. Somebody in the past here cutting loose. And I'm not sure if it's you or if it's your divine counterpart. If it's you, then I'm sure it has triggered some insecurity. It could be you because the Nine of Pentacles is a single person. If it is your divine counterpart, then you may not, you may have been in that energy of wondering. And then I see the Hierophant. That's what's crowning you here, Leo. Whoa. Yeah, I feel like releasing Queen of Wands energy underneath could be you, but I'm not feeling like it is. I feel like there's something karmic in the mix that has to be offloaded. But here's some awakening energy. Both of these cards are very much about awakening and manifestation, but it's coming from a position of clarity about who you are and what you stand for, Leo. It is about your commitments. It is about, you know, having all the tools at your disposal to manifest a release of something that's holding you back. If this Queen of Wands is your energy, Leo, then it's about, right, shaking off what no longer serves you, right? Going in a very independent, solitary direction, overcoming all these challenges, but being very clear about how to move forward before you actually take those next steps. And in that case, the moon represents your fears about moving in a whole new direction. If it's the reversed, if this is you offloading a karmic energy in your midst, and manifesting something new moving forward that's more spiritually enlightened, that can also be the case. I'm giving you both because it's a reading for the collective. It's not going to speak to everybody, but I want to give you both interpretations so you can see if it speaks to your experience. Hanged Man going forward. Past life soulmate, new beginnings, endings and new beginnings, boom, 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 baby steps. So, yeah, I feel as if this contemplation, the Four of Swords, is really important. What's underneath is the weight of your responsibility. Queen of Pentacles, either as the Queen of Pentacles or with the Queen of Pentacles. And sort of underneath is that, underneath is the answering the call of the past life soulmate. Here's the past life soulmate. And the Six of Cups and the World card, closing out lessons, releasing heavy energies here, Leo, and embracing your new beginnings, which I think have been holding you back, like your fear of it has been holding you back. Got it? But I actually feel like you're going to kind of take the 30,000 foot view and see what you have to learn. Baby steps, Page of Pentacles, before you take a major leap forward. I'm not seeing the Fool. That's good, but I'm seeing the Strength card twice. So your heavy Leo energy, your heavy presence here in this reading, Leo, is wanting you want to propel forward. Knight of Swords, you're feeling a sense of urgency, but I love what I see coming up for you in the future is you're going to be more circumspect about it. You're going to wait for more information, illumination, enlightenment, and downloads before closing out one cycle and taking a baby step toward the next. With your divine counterpart, past life soulmate, Six of Cups. Really beautiful, beautiful reading going forward, but something needs to be released. That's for sure. Okay, Leo, so if this is speaking to you, the extended, the link is below. There's one for Aries, one for Leo, one for Sag, and I'll be looking at your divine counterpart only, and how they feel about you, how they see you, any advice from Spirit, and closing out with some additional oracle. So I hope that if you're interested, you'll click on that link and take a look at it. Okay, so that's the end of Leo, and now I'm going to move on to Sagittarius. Cool. So let's see what's next is Sag. My lovely Saggies. All right, here we go. So Sagittarius, let's take a look at the Spirit Animal Oracle coming through for you for July. This is Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's coming through for Sagittarius in July 2021, please? Card 40, Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. Details, Sag, details. Tending to the small things is about you're already such a grand explorer and adventurer, and sometimes the details escape you. So I feel 40, if the 0 is angel energy, drop that off. We've got a 4. 4 is about structures and stability and foundations. So tend to the small things to be sure that there are no cracks that you may have missed. Great. Good energy for July. Let's see what's coming through for you. 4, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. 3 of Wands. Card of manifestation, what's crossing that? High Priestess. So your intuition may help you here, or if you're out of touch with your intuition, it may be that you need to tap into it more. Hierophant below. Sun in the past. Wow. 4 of Swords crowning you here, Sag. Deep thought, meditation, contemplation, could be some healing. And then going forward, we have the King of Swords. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy. We have Pisces, Taurus, Leo, and air signs coming through. But this is also someone who kind of operates from their highest standards and ideals, and as a result can be a little judgmental. There's a lot of strategy in the King of Swords, but you may be feeling this person as kind of off-putting. Maybe they're not real approachable at this moment. I'm only saying that because I see the 4 of Swords as some measure of healing. I feel like your intuition may be clouded at this moment, and that's part of the challenge because you're trying to call something in. 3 of Wands. Hierophant is who you are at your core. It's your belief systems. Yeah. Can also represent conventional committed relationships. So let's take a look first at the 3 of Wands for you, Sagittarius. Yeah, you're totally confused. 7 of Cups, little overwhelmed. Ace of Pentacles, calling in an offer here, but I feel like you cannot reach the warmth of this connection. That's part of the problem. The 5 of Pentacles is like telling me like you're kind of moving around in the dark and feeling outside, like on the outside looking in. It's confusing and a little emotionally overwhelming. You're trying to manifest and call in 3 of Wands, this Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning or an offer, possibly from a King of Swords. I'm just saying possibly. And you're looking for commitment and stability, but you're sort of floundering here. I feel like for some of you, you just kind of feel like you've been ghosted or devalued on some level, which is causing some confusion. So what's crossing you here is the High Priestess. My gosh. Oh, this is so gorgeous. Sag, my goodness. All right, so I sort of feel like the High Priestess is your friend here, that it's all about you tapping into your connection to your higher self, your intuition, not suspicions. I feel like you're going down an emotional rabbit hole here that you don't need to, where you could lift yourself up by virtue of your intuitive gifts and strengths, because what I see here is 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, 6 of Cups. So this is love, romance, and stability, and partnership with your past life soulmate. That's what I feel it is. You're trying to receive an offer. You're trying to call it in, but I don't think you're seeing clearly because you're getting too in the weeds of your emotions and you can't access the warmth of the connection. You're kind of feeling ghosted maybe, or rejected, abandoned, whatever your particular storyline is here, Sag. But I feel like there's something really powerful that you can connect to via the energy of the High Priestess. So let me say that. I feel in this case, the High Priestess is your friend, not a challenge. I feel like it's in guiding you to overcome the getting in the emotional weeds and coming from your higher self. Hierophant. All right, so I feel as if the Hanged Man, Ten of Cups with the Hermit underneath, I feel as if that you're wanting commitment, you're wanting life partnership, Ten of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Ten of Cups. You're wanting life partnership, commitment, that happily ever after energy with your past life soulmate. That's what you're calling in. You have to kind of operate more from your inner, your intuitive self, your higher self, rather than your ground, earth-based 3D emotional self. And the Hanged Man here is telling you there's more that you need to understand. So there's delay here. Happiness delayed is not happiness denied. It's just a message here underneath that there's more for you to explore within. The Hermit energy coming through, but it's underneath the underneath, is basically saying that you still have a little bit of a solitary path to walk for self-understanding, for personal growth, for self-awareness, so that everything can be illuminated in the light of day. I don't feel that you're seeing things very clearly because of all the emotional overwhelm, and that's a very difficult place to manifest from. That's why the High Priestess is here. The High Priestess and the Hanged Man, both Pisces energy. I will say that, Sag, if you're dealing with the Pisces. I do feel like you're trying to create something in 3D that you have not yet connected to energetically at 5D. And that's where you need to go. Okay, the Sun in the past. King of Swords. King of Swords is your person. Divine Feminine underneath. So I feel like you met this person and you were off to the races. Lots of happiness, passion. This person lit your freaking world up here underneath. Divine Feminine, maybe an awareness of the twin flame dynamic coming in, but it was just kind of bubbling up under the surface. That energy of Divine Feminine was making its way through the minute you laid eyes on this person, right? The minute you laid eyes on them. And ever since, you've been on this journey to kind of bring it into 3D. And I'm feeling that, and I get it. And what I'm trying to tell you is you're skipping a step. Because this connection wasn't born at 3D. It was born at 5D. Wow. All right, Four of Swords is what's crowning you. Hold on, let me get a grip. Okay. So Sag, you're showing up in your own reading. You're wanting to move forward quick, fast, and in a hurry. Underneath, you're feeling that that desire to kind of move in. But yeah, and I see it in the Knight of Swords also. There's a sense of urgency here, but first things first. I feel as if the healing time is important. It's going to buy you time to sort of weigh realities on the ground. Two of Pentacles, things being up in the air, not knowing which way you're going to come down, which side you're going to come down on here in 3D. So it is a card of options, but that's not how it's coming through. It's coming through of like, you've got to assess what's going on at 3D before you just go blasting in. Knight of Swords. I do feel like you're still healing here, and you need some additional contemplation. Four of Swords to get clear before you make your gallant return to clear the air. Knight of Swords. It feels as if you're sensing it. You're feeling a sense of urgency, but your need to heal is winning out. And that's going to be your support system as you weigh realities on the ground. And here's your energy underneath, pushing you forward, helping you get clear about everything. There's a lot of need for clarity here for you, especially because of the Seven of Cups. Going forward, King of Swords. I love this for you. Totally transformed. Yeah. Divine time is operating in your favor here, Sag. This is one of your cards. As you well know, the Wheel of Fortune. It's Jupiter. Jupiter is presently in retrograde, but that's okay. It may actually help you because something here is being transformed. Some energy has to die off before something new can come in. Two of Cups underneath, the two of you being reunited perhaps. I feel it's all going to take place and unfold in divine time. But it won't look the same. It won't look the same. What you think you see now and what you think you're calling in, it won't look the same. Once you've done this inner work and really connected with the energies at 5D and taken the time out to either heal and or reflect, reassess, reevaluate, whatever that Four of Swords means to you as you weigh realities on the ground. What you think you had will look very different from what you get. And I think it will be for the better. That's my story here, Sag. I'm sticking to it. If you'd like to follow me, we've got all kinds of energies. We've got Taurus and Pisces and Leo and Sagittarius multiple times. Death is Scorpio. Got a lot Taurus and Libra too. We've got a lot of energy here to play with. If you'd like to see the extended, the link is below, and I'll be reviewing your divine counterpart, how they feel about you, how they see you, a message to you from Spirit of the Universe, and I'll close out with some Oracle as well. So all the best to you in July 2021, Sag. The link to the extended is below. I hope to see you there. Thanks for joining me, fire signs. Take care, and I'll see you next month. Bye.